Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, G2P, Live Life, Imagine More. This week, I'd like to talk about mentoring young ladies after they've left care. I continue to mentor two young ladies that left care over 10 years ago. I will not be sharing the details of their journey because that's their story to tell. I've made some observations, and that is what I'd like to talk about this week. They're 18 and they cannot wait to leave the system. No rules, no restrictions, no one touching their things, no female drama. And that is the illusion because we can still experience all of this even as adults. Resentment of the rules and restrictions causes them to resist any help that's offered while in care. In their rush to independence, they don't take advantage of opportunities that's offered even after they turn 18. Reality comes knocking and then kicks in the door. Some people have to learn the hard way. I'd like to use the example of a man running towards a person, and his clothes are all torn and raggedy and he has bloody gashes everywhere. And he tells the person, "Don't go down that road. There's a bear down there and he's hungry." The person says, "What? A bear? I've never seen one. I'm going to go check it out." It doesn't matter that the man's experience clearly was not a good one. Some people are determined to have their own experience, and so be it. Friends. There's Facebook friends, fair weather friends, ride or die friends, and friends with benefits. There seems to be blurred lines when it comes to these types of friends when there should be clear distinctions. My girls have gotten themselves in some of the worst situations helping out a friend. A budget and a plan is laid out in detail, and as soon as they find a friend, the plan is over. I don't know about you guys, but I don't have a friend who would ask me to help them by taking me out of a stable, good and stable situation and place me in a unstable, messy situation. Messy, not well thought out, and sometimes dangerous. And then ghost me when I need them. In my opinion, that's not the definition of a friend. I like to give people set boundaries and give them time to prove they're worthy of the title friend. My mother taught me, don't loan what you cannot afford to give. Loans that are never paid back can destroy relationships. Even $20 is a big deal when you don't have much. Here's a real life situation. A friend goes to another friend and asks to borrow $20 so that they can get gas to go to work. They promise to pay the $20 back on Friday, which is their payday. The friend's rent is also due on that Friday. So the friend takes $20 out of their rent money and loans it to the friend so that they can get to work. Friday comes, rent is due, and friend can't be found. So she has to figure out where she's going to get the $20 shortfall in order to avoid the late fee that's 3 times what she loaned to the friend. So she has to borrow from Peter to pay Paul. She pays Paul, still owes Peter, and friend still cannot be found. Who has not made foolish choices between the age of 18 and 19? So many of those choices have long-lasting consequences. In my ignorance, I assume that if a person did not have any felony convictions, they were good. Misdemeanors, however, are also criminal records that have long-lasting effects. It can impact public perception of your ability to serve or to be employed with a certain job. It can show up on criminal records that employers have access to. Landlords can access the criminal records, and sometimes even volunteer organizations. The criminal background check is your reputation, and it impacts public perception about your suitability. It can be the difference between hiring a young person that has a background and hiring someone who has a clean background. One of my girls emancipated herself when she became pregnant at the age of 17. A part of that process was for her to choose a supportive adult that's willing to provide certain support for her life. And she chose me as that supportive adult. I had to sign a permanency pact. Now, I did review the pact, but I didn't weigh what I was signing until I reviewed it in detail later. There was a long list of support that so many young people do not have. It was amazing. I have provided most of that support to my young ladies in the past 10 years or so. As a matter of fact, I had some support when I was in my 20s, even after serving 6 years in the military. The need for support does not end when someone turns 21. I've learned that one size fits all approach does not work. Everyone responds based on their personal experience and trauma. People have different triggers and different coping mechanisms. One of my girls, she struggles speaking up for herself, whereas the other one probably speaks up too much. Either way, both of my girls know that I care deeply for them and will support them even if I don't agree with their choice. I have to love them through the consequences of their choice. But they do know that if they want my money or my time, they will have to hear what I have to say. They have so many times they have gotten themselves in situations that have made me angry, frustrated, disappointed, and discouraged. I've second guessed my dream of helping young ladies based on my track record with my girls. I have a mantra. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. I can do everything in my power to provide the information that I believe will help them, but I can't make them accept the help or follow the instructions. I have learned to respond in a way that I am not emotionally vested in their choices. I have to support them through the consequences and the fallout of a bad decision. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I do have more to share. Until next time, you guys have a wonderfully blessed week.